good level of English, not a good level of English.
Yes, for my job.
That's
Because,
right.
yes, because in the past I was a financial auditor, so I have some lesson in English with a teacher,
Yes.
at least once per week,
Once a week.
and
Yes.
once a week, and I resigned to my job around 2 weeks. So
Was this 2 weeks
I
ago?
integrate.
This was in
Yes,
the
2 weeks.
past, 2 weeks ago. So
Yes,
you need to say,
yes.
I resigned from my job 2 weeks ago instead of I resigned from my job 2 weeks. It has to be 2 weeks ago because that's when it happened. There we are. I
Okay.
resigned from my job 2 weeks ago. Yes.
So now I am internal controller for a
Yes.
listed company in
Yes.
France.
Mm-hmm.
And for this job, it's mandatory to have a good level of English to
Mm-hmm.
communicate with the interlocutor
Yes.
in South America, because our
Ah.
interlocutors speak English in plus of Portuguese and Spanish.
Yes.
So I
Mm-hmm.
think that English is the main language, and it's true that now I make a lot of mistakes in English, and my
You
English
don't say
is not
I make lots of mistakes. You say I make a lot of mistakes.
okay. A lot of mistakes. Okay.
Yes, always with the article, in this case, the indefinite article, the letter A, in front of the noun mistake. So I make a lot of mistakes. That's right.
Okay.
So,
Yes. So
mhm.
it is why I need your help to improve my level.
Right, absolutely. Well, I'm very glad then that you've chosen to have a lesson with me, then, Angele. And the next question I wanted to ask you is, what do you most want to improve? Oh, yes. So you've already explained the reason why you wanted to improve your English, because usually I ask if it's for professional reasons, for your job, your work, which is the case. Also, if it's for tourism, for traveling, or if it's a personal interest of yours. But you've already answered that question, so that's great. And the next question I ask is, what do you most want to improve with your English, if it's your grammar, your vocabulary, your pronunciation, or your speaking, Angele?
Sorry, because I don't hear you very well.
Oh, sorry. So,
There is a connection problem, I
okay.
think.
Okay, so let me see if I can just sort out the difficulty with the connection. I'm trying to see what it is that's interfering with the connection. No, everything is okay there. So I think it's just one of these cuts in connection that can happen from time to time. But can you hear me better now? Is the sound better now, Angele?
Yes, sound better now. Yeah.
Okay, that's great. Wonderful.
Hmm.
So, as I was saying, yes, I was asking you what you most wanted to improve with your English, if it's your grammar, your vocabulary, your pronunciation, or your speaking, Angele. Did you hear me all right? Was the sound good, Angele?
And yes, now I hear you now. Sorry
Yes.
for that. I don't understand the problem.
That's okay. I'm sorry about that. So I was asking then what you most wanted to improve with your English. If you want to improve, in particular, your grammar, your vocabulary, your pronunciation or your speaking?
Yes, I want to improve my speaking and my accent too, because for the vocabulary, I don't need a specific vocabulary in finance, because I think that this type of vocabulary I can learn it myself, but it's
Right.
more being more fluent in English, and to don't looking for my words all time when I speak. And in the second time, I'm looking for I
You
want to
wouldn't say in
improve
the
my
second
grammar.
time. You would say secondly.
Okay,
Secondly.
secondly, yes, and
Yes.
secondly,
Yes.
I want to improve my grammar.
Right.
Mm.
That's excellent, Angele. So, were you able to see on my profile page on italki my presentation video, where I explain my teaching method? Did you see that? So were you able to watch that video,
Um, uh,
Angele?
I, uh, I, I I don't watch this video, but I see your message, and in your
Yes.
message
Uh-huh.
you said that I need to find some articles, I think, with a specific topic to speak with you about a topic in my choice, and you have different method to different learning method, and I think that sometimes I must read aloud
Yes.
some
Mhm.
text uh,
Yes.
to improve the
Pr- pr-
pronunciation, I
pr-
think.
pronunciation.
Pronunciation,
Yes.
yes.
Hmm. That's good. So
Yeah.
you've explained that ever so well, and that's exactly right. And one of my main teaching methods is biblical English. How familiar are you with biblical English, Angele?
I'm not really familiar with this type of English.
Ah, you haven't read the Bible before?
Sorry?
You have not read the Bible before,
Uh,
Angel?
no. I just when I was young, but
Yes.
not now, because your English it's only for person they want to learn the Bible.
That is one of my teaching methods. If you're interested in reading the Bible, and that way you would be learning biblical English. And the advantage, of course, is that the Bible is translated in all the different languages, well, almost all the
Okay.
languages of the world. So, apart from French and English, which other languages do you speak or are you learning?
I use Spanish, because
Hmm.
but my level in Spanish is very poor, because
Hmm.
I had only 1 year of study for this
Yes. Yes.
and I forget the basis in
Uh,
Spanish, so I'm not sure that I'm able to discuss with Spanish people now.
Right. Yes, I see what you mean. So, and apart from Spanish, were there any other languages that you either speak or you're learning to speak?
No, no, only Spanish.
Or is it just English, French, and Spanish? Only English, French, and Spanish. Okay,
Yeah.
that's great. So even if you didn't watch the video, that's all right. I can give you a demonstration of my teaching method of biblical English,
Okay.
Angel. So I'll send you for that a link to the English language version of the Bible. It's the NKJV, which is the New King James Version. And the
Mm-hmm.
first exercise here is a pronunciation exercise where you read for me the first paragraph of Luke chapter 1, verses 1, 2, 3, and 4 in English, and I will then correct any mistakes you make in your pronunciation, Angele.
Okay.
That's great. Excellent. I'm listening to you read that.
So you send me a link.
A link in the Skype chat. Can you see the link I've sent you in the Skype chat?
No, I don't see the link.
Can you see the Skype chat where I've written a few corrections like a good level of English, I resigned from my job 2 weeks ago, and I make a lot of mistakes? Can you see that?
No, I don't see that. I think that, I'm connected. I'm connected with my phone. I don't know if.
You took a snapshot. That's nice. You took a nice photo. That's good. So, with your phone, if you tap on the screen, you will see there are. Sorry.
Yes, it's
what
okay.
You see it now?
Yes, I see the link. So yes.
You see the link. That's great. Yeah. Excellent. And thanks for the photo, the snapshot you took of the screen. So you have our two logos, my logo and your logo. So thank you for taking the snapshot, the print screen, you know, like the photo. But I imagine you didn't realize you were taking a photo. You were just looking for the chat of Skype. Is that right? You're looking for the chat, but it's good that you found it. Okay, so I'm listening to you read then, please, Angele. That's great.
Okay. Dedication to Theophilus.
That's right.
Inasmuch as many have taken in hand to set in order a narrative of those things which have been fulfilled among us, just as those who from the beginning were high witnesses and ministers of the word delivered them to us.
That's good.
It seemed good to me also, having had perfect understanding of all things from the very first, to write to you an orderly account, most excellent Theophilus, that you may know the certainty of those things in which you were instructed.
Very good. You wrote that ever so well, Angele. So congratulations. Well done. Now, the next part after the pronunciation exercise is the comprehension part. This is where you tell me which words were difficult for you to understand, and I will then explain those words to you.
Yes.
So which words did you not fully understand? Which words were difficult for you there in that passage, Angele?
Eyewitnesses.
Right, eyewitnesses. Now, the technique that I teach my students in order to understand more difficult words, which are longer and more complicated, is to break them down into the different parts, because it's much easier to understand each part separately. And then once you've understood each part, when you put all the parts back together again, then you should be able to understand the whole word much more easily. Do you see what I mean, Angele?
Yes, I see. Yeah.
Excellent. So what are the different parts of this word, eyewitnesses?
So I have eye.
Eye, exactly. Now, I imagine you know what an eye is, but just to give you a bit of conversational practice in explaining something, so it's a good practical exercise. Explain to me, please, Angele, what is an eye?
An eye, it is a part on the human face.
A part, yes, on the human face. Good, yes.
And eye allow to
allows.
See,
it allows.
Yes, it allows to see all things with eyes.
That's right. It allows us to see all things. Very good. You've explained that ever so well, Angele. Well done. But you see that it is slightly more difficult to explain something using your own words. Even when you know what it means, it's more difficult to explain it. So you see that it's a good practice. You see, you're Angele. Yes? Okay, that's good. Now, the next part of the word, witnesses. Do you know what a witness is? Any idea, Angele? What is a witness? No idea. Okay. Imagine there's a car accident and there's a lot of people standing around looking at what happened. And the police arrive and they ask, did anybody see what happened? And then one person says, yes, I saw everything. I saw the car going at very high speed through the traffic lights when it was red and they didn't stop and there was a crash. Yes, I saw everything. So the police says, oh, very good. Then you can be the witness of the accident and you can help us to fill in our report, which we need to do for the police station. So you can be our witness. And because you saw it, you are therefore our eyewitness. Because you witnessed it, you saw it with your eyes. So you're an eyewitness. Do you understand what it means now, a witness? Let's have another example. I'll give you another example. We have a court of law, okay, a justice court, and you have the judge, the jury, the lawyers, the accused person. But the judge, to help him know if the person who's accused is either innocent or guilty, he can call some witnesses to give some information about what they've seen or heard, about the incident, about the case, and that will help the judge decide whether to condemn the accused person if he considers or she considers the accused person to be innocent, to release the person from the information given by the witness who has heard or seen something concerning. Do you see what I?
Yes, I understand now.
And to make it easier, I can say it in French, témoin. You know what the word témoin means in French? Okay, that's great. And if it's an eyewitness, what kind of témoin is it in French? Témoin?
Visuel, enfin.
Oui, visuel, voilà, c'est ça. Oculaire. Very good. Okay, so any other words there which were difficult for you to understand, Angele?
It's fulfilled. I don't know.
Fulfilled, yes. Once again, we're going to break it down into the different parts, okay? So, first part, I know what full means, but can you explain it to me, Angele?
For me, I can separate the word, so it's perhaps full, but full.
You can't see the separation. So full is
yeah.
like that. We have a double L because sometimes when we have two words together, there is one or two letters which disappear, especially when it's a double L, it becomes one L. So there's the word full and the word filled. Those are the two parts of the word. So first of all, the word full, if you could explain to me, please, Angele. I know you know what it means, but just so that you practice.
Full, the opposite is empty.
Exactly. That is the best explanation you can give. Well done. And what about filled? Verb to fill. What does that mean? If you don't know, tell me and I will explain it to you. Yes?
It is feeling at one moment.
Not a feeling in the sense that it's not how you feel, you see, like a feeling, but rather it's when you're filling a bottle, because you see, it's the other word is feel, comme ce qu'on ressent, yeah, when you feel something. So it's not something which you feel, c'est pas quelque chose qu'on ressent, but it's the verb to fill, which is, for example, if you have a bottle that is full and a glass or cup that's empty. And when you pour the liquid from the bottle into the glass or the cup, you are in fact bringing the level of the liquid up to a high level in the glass or the cup. So you are filling the cup or the glass until it is full. Donc en français, c'est le verbe remplir. Okay?
Okay.
Excellent. So now that we've understood each part separately, we put the two parts together and we have fully filled. That means it's been filled to the full, to the maximum. That means we cannot add any more liquid because it's already at the maximum level, which means that you have finished filling the glass or the cup. So it's been done. It's been done completely done. It's been accomplished. It's been achieved. And that's what it means. Yeah. Something that's been done, achieved, completed, accomplished. Do you understand that?
Yes, I understand. Yeah.
That's great. Wonderful. Basically, in French, on dirait accompli. Hein?
Yes.
En français. Okay. So which other words were difficult for you to understand there?
I never seen the first word. So in as much, I know that it's many thing or a lot of thing.
Much. Exactly, many things or a lot of things. That's much, okay, or very much. Now, this is an old English word, the way it's spelt in one word. Nowadays, we break it up and use it in three different separate words, in, as, much, which is the same as saying for as much, or in so far as, or to the extent that. So these are all synonyms of inasmuch, which basically means as regards this, concerning this, in relation to this, about this. It's just a way of introducing the passage, and it's showing the scope, the extent, the reach of how much we can do this, what are the possibilities, and how we can go about doing this. You understand that better now, Angele?
Yeah. Yes.
Okay, yes, that's great. Which other words there were difficult for you to understand?
I think that it was okay for me.
Excellent. So if that's all right for you for the rest, then we can go to our third and last part of this teaching method, which is when you read in your own native mother tongue language of French, the same part of the Bible that you read just now before in English, that is Luke chapter 1, verses 1, 2, 3, and 4. So if you could read this in French, you'll have a better, fuller, more complete understanding of what we read before, because you'll understand better the text, the context, the meaning, the setting, the background, and everything. Okay, I'm listening to you read in French then, please, Angele. I've sent you the link in the Skype chat, by the way.
Okay, yes. Sorry.
That's okay, that's fine.
Sorry, but I don't see the link.
You don't see the link. Okay. What I can do is just simply do a copy paste of the text in the Skype chat. Then you will have the text and you can read it directly from the Skype chat if you don't actually see the link in the Skype chat. Can you see the copy paste I have put in the Skype chat, please, Angele? You don't see anything in the Skype chat?
Do you see my message?
Oh, hello. Yes, I see your message, but you don't see my messages.
No.
Okay, have a look in the italki message section, and I've done a copy paste in the italki message section. If you can see that. And I'm also going to put the link in the italki message section so you can do a copy paste of the link into your browser or navigator.
Okay.
You see it?
Yes.
Excellent. So
Perfect.
I'm listening to you read that same part of the Bible that you read before in English, but this time in French. Yeah.
Ok. Plusieurs ayant entrepris de composer un récit des événements qui se sont accomplis parmi nous, suivant ce que nous ont transmis ceux qui ont été des témoins oculaires dès le commencement et sont devenus des ministres de la parole. Il m'a aussi semblé bon, après avoir fait des recherches exactes sur toutes ces choses depuis leur origine, de te les exposer par écrit d'une manière suivie, excellente Théophile, afin que tu reconnaisses la certitude des enseignements que tu as reçus. Du temps.
Excellent. No, that's okay. That's the first 4 verses. Excellent. I know you're very motivated. I can sense your enthusiasm and motivation. I know you want to continue reading, but I think for today we can limit it just to the first 4 verses,
No
which is the same thing that you read before in English. Now that you've read it in French, tell me, Angele, do you understand it better? The meaning, the text, the context, and everything? Is it more understandable for all the words that were difficult in English, like fulfilled and eyewitnesses, and which other words were difficult? Well, especially those words. Do you understand those words better now, Angele?
Yes, I understand better. But I think that with your explanation, in English, it was clear for me. So
wonderful. Oh, thank you for the compliment. That's very nice of you. Thank you, Angele. You're very complimentary. Très complimentaire. That's very good of you. Thank you very much. So now that you've understood it even better in French, obviously as it's your native mother tongue language, now the next thing to do, because basically this is biblical English. This is the methodology. This is how the method of the teaching of it, and using the language that you're studying, which is English. First of all, we study that, and then reading in your own native mother tongue language of French, so you have a perfect understanding. But because you're also learning Spanish, we can go one step further and even help you with your Spanish, which is what's wonderful about this biblical teaching method, is that we can use all the different versions of the Bible in all the different languages that you either speak or are learning to speak. And so I've sent you in the Skype chat Lucas chapter 1, verses obviously 1, 2, 3, and 4 in Spanish. I will send that, of course, in the italki message section. And just in case you can't open it up in Spanish, I'm also going to do a copy paste in the italki message section of the first 4 verses, and of course in the Skype chat.
Okay.
Do you see it now, Angele?
Yes, I received. So I need to read in Spanish too, right?
Yes, please. But now you have it in your head. You've read it in English, you've read it in French. So, because it's in your head, when you see it written in Spanish, you will associate what you see written with what you have in your head, and you will be able to understand in real time, instantaneously, as you read the words of vocabulary in Spanish, because you already know you have the translation in your head. And this is the fastest, quickest, most efficient and effective way of learning and improving a foreign language. You see what I mean, Angele?
Yes, I see.
Excellent. So I'll let you read then in Spanish, please.
Okay. Muchos son los que han intentado escribir una historia coherente de los hechos que acaecieron entre nosotros, tal y como nos los transmitieron quienes desde el principio fueron testigos presenciales y encargados de anunciar el mensaje. Pues bien, muy ilustre Teófilo, después de investigar a fondo y desde sus orígenes todo lo sucedido, también a mí me ha parecido conveniente ponerlo por escrito ordenadamente para que puedas reconocer la autenticidad de la enseñanza que has recibido.
Oh, wonderful. Oh, it's so nice. It's, it's like music to my ears. It's so melodic. Oh, it's beautiful. Oh, wonderful. I wish I could speak Spanish as well as you do, Angele. I'm very impressed. Wonderful. So
Thank you.
now you're ever so welcome, Angele. Always with the greatest of pleasure. And now that you've read it in Spanish, tell me, did you understand some of the Spanish you read, what you read before in English and in French? Did it help you understand better this text in Spanish compared to if you'd have read this text straight away, first of all, without having read in English and in French? Do you feel that the fact that you read in English and in French before reading in Spanish, you understand the Spanish better?
Yes, I think that it's a good method because I have the context in the French and English, so it's easier for me to understand the Spanish. Yeah.
Wonderful. Oh, I'm so pleased for you. I'm so happy for you, Angele. That is exactly the benefit of this teaching method. And I'm so happy that you can appreciate that and you can understand that and you've experienced that. So that's it. That is the biblical English teaching method. So I'm glad that you like it. Wonderful. Now, just to let you know, there are other teaching methods that I use on the italki website. So there's about half a dozen different methods like RLS and RPs, for example. Did you see that on my italki profile page, Angele?
I think that I don't
RLS
see that.
and RPs? Okay, I'll explain it to you then. RLS stands for real life situation, and RPS stands for role playing simulations. For example, if you think, well, obviously you're in a situation where you're looking for a job, so this could be interesting for you because we can practice doing job interviews, you see, because a job interview is a real life situation, and we can have that as our scenario, and I can play the role of the interviewer. You can play the role of the candidate, the job applicant, and I will then ask you about your educational background, your professional experience, etc. And you will present yourself in the best possible way. And this will give you practice. You'll feel more confident, more self-assurance. You will not be nervous because and when you actually do the real life interview, because you will know all the jargon, the terminology, the vocabulary, the expressions needed to present yourself in the best possible way in order to impress the interviewer, so that by grace, what we pray is that you will obtain the job you are applying for. Do you see what I mean, Angele?
Yes, I see.
Wonderful. So we could do that, but there's also lots of other scenarios as well. For example, if you want to order food and drinks in a restaurant, I could play the role of the waiter and you play the role of the customer, and I take your order for you. Now, maybe you're in a railway station, you want to buy some train tickets, and I can play the role of the person who works in the ticket office, and I can sell you the tickets over the counter. You could be wanting to book a dream holiday, the holiday of a lifetime in a travel agency, and I can play the role of the travel agent and book your holiday for you. You see, there's lots of different scenarios. You can invent your own scenarios. What's important, it's that it represents a real life situation so that you are better equipped, better prepared for when you find yourself in that real life situation one day. You will know exactly what to say, how to say it, and you will be much more relaxed and at ease because you've already experienced it during our lessons. Isn't that wonderful, Angele?
Yes, it's wonderful. Yeah.
That's great.
Okay.
So that's one other possibility. Now, there's lots of other courses, about 6 different courses which I teach. So have a look on the profile page, my profile page on italki. See what could be interesting for you. If you would like, of course, for us to have some more lessons together, which of course would be great, because you're ever so welcome, and it would be with the greatest of pleasure. And I would very much look forward to that, Angele, if you would like that as well. That would be wonderful. Yes. That's great. So, as we've come to the end of our time, I gave you a little bit of extra time because obviously it takes a little bit longer to explain all these things.
Yeah.
And so I'm glad I was able to explain all this to you. So, tell me, how did you find the lesson? How was it? What did you think of it, Angele? Was it helpful, useful, interesting? Did you learn some new things?
Yes, but I think that the lesson is very interesting, and
Yes.
and I don't see in your profile that you speak Spanish. I think that I forget these
Oh, no.
specificity, but
I don't speak Spanish. I don't speak Spanish. No, not at all. You're the one who speaks Spanish, not me. But you see, I can use the Bible in any language: Chinese, Japanese, Korean, Arabic, Russian. And when a student, of course, is either has that as their native mother tongue language, or if they're learning one of those languages, and then they can read the same text in all of the different languages that they're learning. And so, even though I don't speak much Spanish apart from buenos dias, buenos tardes, sí, sí, señorita, that's about all I can say. But in my biblical lessons, my students can improve all of the different languages they're either learning or that they already speak. And I have some students who are learning and who are already speaking 7 different languages and using 7 different versions of the Bible. And they're increasing their knowledge in all the different versions. Even in their own native language, they're learning new things. And of course, the added advantage, you're learning about the Bible, which is a blessing.
Yes,
Absolutely wonderful.
I am satisfied about the lesson today because I think that it's important to read some text to improve the pronunciation, and it's true that there is no lot of teacher they do that.
That's
So
true. Yes.
I think that it's a good way to learn. And
Yes.
but I have only one question
Yes, of
for
course.
the learning.
Mhm.
It is not mandatory to be
Mandatory. The way to pronounce that word is
okay.
mandatory.
Okay.
Mandatory.
So it's not mandatory to be religious to
Oh,
follow
no,
your
not at all. I have Russian students who are atheists. I have Asian students who are Buddhists. I have Arabic students who are Muslims, who practice Islam. But they're all really interested in learning more about the Bible, and they think it's such a wonderful book, so powerful and so profound, so deep. They are really impressed. And a lot of them have actually accepted Jesus as their Lord and Savior and been converted through these biblical lessons that I teach. Isn't that wonderful, Angele? So
yeah.
you don't have to be a believer, you don't have to be Christian, you don't have to be religious. Actually, I'm not religious, I'm relational because God isn't religious either. Religion is man-made, 100%.
Mm,
Uh, whereas relationships, they come from God. And God is the one who demonstrated the highest form of relationship, which is love, because as it says in John 3:16, that God so loved the world that he gave his one and only begotten Son, that whosoever should believe in him should not perish, but instead should have everlasting life. So that is the greatest act of love that God showed us by giving what was most precious to him, his one and only Son, and sacrifice for us, killed for us, so
mm.
that we could go to heaven and be saved for everlasting
Okay.
life. And that is why God is relational, and me, myself, I consider myself as relational rather than religious. Do you see what I mean, Angel?
Yes, yes, I see.
Excellent. Wonderful. Did you have any other questions
No,
apart from that?
no, it's okay for me.
That's great. So
More
if you're
question.
interested in the Bible, then we can do biblical English. Even if you're not interested in the Bible, it's great to have a text that's translated in just about all the different languages of the world, which makes it really easy to improve your level in all the different languages that you speak in our learning. But if you're interested in other texts, you can choose any text you like. I don't mind. You're the student. You choose whatever's most interesting for you. And any course you like, any of the different subjects that I teach or types of lessons, you can choose anything you like, Angel. You are absolutely welcome.
Okay, thank you very much.
You're ever so welcome. And all the best for you. Okay. Have a great day. Take care. Keep well. And I pray the Lord continues blessing you ever so abundantly, Angèle, in all things. In Jesus' name, amen.
Thank you very much. Have a good day.
Thanks a lot. Thanks. Cheers. Take
Bye.
care, Angèle. Bye bye. Thanks. Bye bye.
Bye.